The value of teaching students is to move away from structures of hate, discrimination, hate speech, and the othering of people, which seems to be on the rise again. These histories are difficult histories, and we often try to either evade them, or we have misconceptions about them or misinformation about them, particularly today with social media and the ways in which misinformation and disinformation spread so rapidly. So in this context in particular, it's extremely important to offer accurate, historical, nuanced readings and teachings about the Holocaust or any other violence, because without that history, our students are going to have half-baked ideas about, say, for instance, in the Indian context, perhaps the partition, or in the global context about the Holocaust. So we do need to have programs and thoughtful programs about the teaching of violent histories. It's easy to fall into structures or situations of othering which make violence easy. So to give you the example of India, we are a multicultural, multi-ethnic, multi-religious society, and we've been that way for centuries. It's not that we haven't had episodes of violence, but by and large we've gotten along. But every time there has been an attempt to create outside groups or other somebody on the basis of language or religion or whatever, we have had horrific violence. So younger people, particularly students, need to be told that to value diversity, to value human rights, to value the dignity of other human beings, because they are like us. And they're not exactly the same, which is a great thing, because otherwise it would be terribly boring. But it's that difference which is so important and which we must value and live together.
We worked hard with the teachers and the students because we want them to really understand the role of the museum. It's not a place to bring them this kind of traditional thought, like bringing bad luck, but it's a place for them to learn about their own history, learn about the past. And learning about the past atrocity is not about bringing anger, but it's about how to avoid the past pathway and to bring them the better futures.
Thinking about violent pasts, we can remember these events in order to prevent other types of violences. And we can do it through human rights education. Education can give the opportunities and give tools for our students, educators to change their realities. We are talking about most part of times students that are part or that are in vulnerable areas, and they are facing violence every day. So sometimes we have a kind of naturalization or normalization of the violence. So looking at the past violence, we can recognize what a violence is. And it is important to recognize, to name violences.
The racial ideology, it's expanding around the world. The hate speech, the hate ideology, and division and discrimination, all around the world actually we're experiencing this challenge. When you learn about and you listen to survivors, the young people, they are able to understand in a concrete way what this concept means.
Take into account we are working with human beings from different contexts with different needs, and we can help them a lot, and we can also be a helper in this process. So go ahead, do it, encourage yourself, invite the other educators, and to do it with you. When we do it in a collective way, when we do it with a partnership, we are going to go a little bit deeper. So probably we are going to get to the point. And don't be afraid. Of course, it's a very sensitive theme, but it is essentials. It is essential. So we have to deal with it. We are educators, so go ahead.